Or Lamar back with another Grand Arena video. I've been gone for a little bit. Didn't really have time to make videos for a while, plus lost interest for a little bit. Thought I'd make one, finally got an interesting matchup. We're back to 3v3 again. My opponent, Fells Nadal. He's a droid commander. He's made Kyber before. He's got a pretty good gas team. Pretty good modding on some of his characters. No Negotiator or Malevolence, so that might be key to this match. I don't know yet. We'll see. Not terribly impressive roster so far. As far as total Gear 13s, looks like he recently made the jump to Division 2 here. 345 on his Darth Revan, so that's pretty fast. It's plus 171 speed, I think it was. 309 on his Malak, so that's decently fast. And then his Basla, decently fast at 306. So pretty speedy characters up top. Takes a pretty decent dive. Well, I guess Rex is still 299, and an Arc is faster than that. So he's got his teams well modded. I think he might have Arc modded for 3v3 this way, but put Night Sisters, Newt, and Old Republic on the top zone. Nothing special there. Then I'm just trying to hold the front zone here with my Sith Eternal, my Imperial Troopers, and then my full Darth Revan squad. Hoping that he can't counter all of them. Maybe his gas can counter my Darth Revan, but I don't know. And then behind that, I put Trash, just kind of hoping that my front zone is strong enough to hold, or at least hold a few battles. And then I put Negotiator on defense. He shouldn't have a very strong counter to that. And I put Tarkin on defense with Empire ships. And up top, he's got Old Republic. He's got a Poggle team with R7, HK47, and GG, and another team. Then he put his Darth Revan on defense, so I felt comfortable putting mine on defense because there's no way mine could counter that one. And then he's got Geos and a Dooku team. So basically I had planned on using Padme to counter this team. It's not really a guaranteed one-shot by any means. It's a pretty tough matchup, but I'm able to cleanse the fear right away because I have Padme modded to be the slowest. Then I want to take out Basla as soon as possible. Couldn't get her down there. Probably should have hit Darth Revan first because I could have done the AoE, the mass assist on to Basla, and then I wouldn't have to worry about it. Might have one-shot this team then if that were the case. A little spoiler there, I guess. Malik is able to take me down, but really my goal in this counter was to be able to get rid of Basla and Darth Revan, so that I can clean them up fairly easily. And yeah, it's all over once Malik gets those 3 stacks. There's not much coming back from that. So we're kind of planning on that, checking out his health and everything, and his speed. He's 309, so I don't want to take it too lightly. Normally I would just take in Kylo Ren Unmasked, First Order Executioner, and Kylo Original, but I wanted to make sure that Malik's speed doesn't get to me, because that could be a problem. So we brought Thrawn in for the Fracture. I don't have other big plans for him right away, so may as well just use him here. I don't have enough damage on this to get through him typically, but there's no way Malik gets to take a turn when we're fracturing, and 2 turns stunning, all the good stuff. We were actually able to get the heal up on Executioner there, so we got the full 34 for the cleanup. So far, kind of going according to a plan. It would be nice to one-shot them, but I knew that wasn't going to happen with the defenses I set. So these Geos, I'll just Vader solo them real quick. Take out Brood Alpha right away, take out Spy. Problem is then I'm stuck with Sunfac and the Brute, who both counter. We'll just take out Sunfac here. Maybe we'll have enough for full protection. No, we lost a little on protection. Lost one banner there. That's all right. Then we've got... so trying to figure out what I've got left that I can spare on this Dooku team. Not accounting for what's in the back yet. So I think, I don't know. We'll take in some Separatist droids. So we want to get rid of Drydeca. Unfortunately, Dooku's going to counter us a lot. So let's keep going after Drydeca. And now they're going after our Magna Guard, which doesn't do a whole lot since they're all gear 12. And my Magna Guard's relic 2, I think. So I don't have high relics on any of these characters. I think the max I have is 3. I got to be a little careful here because Drydeca builds up a lot of stacks when B2 takes constant turns. So we're just going to try to focus down Drydeca. Oh, those 2 counterattacks from Dooku hurt my stacks on B1. And again, that's not going to feel good. We'll just do a basic. At least we got our taunt back up. We'll dispel. And now they're attacking my Magna Guard, which is good. I want to avoid AoEs unless I've got that taunt up at this point, just because I think it's going to kind of hurt me in the long run here. So I've got healing immunity on Magna Guard, not ideal. So we've just got Dooku left. We can't really heal Magna Guard, unfortunately, because he's got healing immunity, but we're able to take out Dooku. We did lose health and protection on that, so not great there as far as efficiency goes. Check out the back. They've got Moff Gideon at 245 speed. Not great. He's it's decent, but he's in low gear, so he should be able to be easy to take care of. So we'll take in Jedi Knight Revan against this Grievous squad. I normally go for B2 right away. I just wanted to try something different. I've seen a couple other people do this, and it's going to take a lot of the stacks off of B1 because B2 really doesn't do that much damage in 3v3 or in general. The main thing you don't want in 5v5 is to have him take a bunch of turns, stripping all your buffs and also giving his whole team turn meter for all the debuffs he gets. So now that we've got B1 down to a few stacks, we were able to take out B2. Should have thought about it a little bit better. I wasn't really thinking about Grievous taking 2 turns back to back there. That's going to hinder our ability to recover all our banners. But we should easily have this this matchup, I guess, finished off with 51 banners pretty handily. Let's see. We've got quite a few tricky teams. It looks like my opponent kind of knows what he's doing as far as putting defensive teams that are a little bit tougher than they might look. We'll take in... I do have plenty of teams here. I could take in Palpatine, but I don't know. I feel like I might need to save him just in case. Well, he's got Ewoks. I can do Nest against those Ewoks. Just checking the speeds of these other troopers real quick. So Gideon's the fastest there. Mon Mothma's going to be a little bit tricky. Nothing's going to be like super easy. So let's just take in Kira and Nest. One of the tricks with 3v3 is it's hard to plan for all of your attacks because you have so many teams that you have to bring in. 5v5, you can kind of plan on which teams you're going to bring in to which battles. And 3v3, there's just a lot more attacks to worry about and think about. So when I look at my roster right now, it's hard for me to think, oh, I'll plan on this for that and this for that. So I want to kind of narrow it down so that I can see how many teams I still need to beat and how many teams I have left. Usually I can start doing that around 5 or 6 teams left, but 11 is just kind of hard to budget for. So 52 banners. I like bringing Kira there because Gear 11 wicket poses some threat to Nest. So it wasn't really worth going for 3 more banners and risking losing there, especially since I don't know at this point how many teams I have left really. So we do have Geos left. We'll take them up against this Karth Old Republic team. I've done this before. It's not a slam dunk like you would expect it to be, but it can work. Obviously, my Geos aren't very good since Brood Alpha's Gear 12, the rest are Gear 11. We're going to try to Dispel. I did want to get rid of Mission right away. I don't know that that's going to happen. We'll cleanse those dots off of our Brute. And now let's just see if we can get rid of Zalbar. I accidentally did Spy's big hit when he wasn't stealthed, so that didn't do anything. And now we're just stuck trying to hit him slowly, and he heals back up because of all the dots. This is not going as well as I had hoped. Let's see if we can get him down again. Nope, they get some more hits in, apply some more dots. They took out my Brute, so we're kind of exposed here. If they go after Soldier at all, I might be stuck. Luckily, they went after Brood Alpha, so we can bring back our Brute, get some protection back. Now, I decided to switch up my strategy here. I had been trying to get Zalbar down because I didn't want to put any of the others below 50% health. If they go below 50% health, then Zalbar taunts or below 100% health, I should say. Zalbar taunts and has Retribution, and when he counterattacks, he calls Mission to assist, so they apply a ton of dots and they heal up immediately, and then I'm back in the same boat again. So decided I didn't quite have enough debuffs out there for Spy to one-shot Mission, but that's kind of what I'm waiting for at this point. Decided that was good, took a one-shot, and now I should be able to take down Zalbar because they won't be recovering as much protection. I do want to slow it down as much as possible just because I want to be able to heal back up, but I've got to get a turn with Brood Alpha again, and it doesn't look like that's going to happen here. So we're still going to get 51 banners. Not great, a little sketchier than I had hoped for, but we got it done with a one-shot. So we've got 5 teams left that I've got to take out. I've got my Bastila team, I've got General Skywalker, I've got CLS, I've got Emperor Palpatine, I've got a Shock T Clones team. So I should have plenty here. So checking out his Nest, he does have 100% or 120% tenacity on her. So I know I can't take CLS in there because there's a strong risk of getting into a loop against either Nest or Django because of turn meter reduction associated with the CLS team. So maybe we'll just bring in a bounty hunter team with Mando to make sure that I can kill Nest. That's my biggest concern. This team's a little under-geared compared to what we're going up against, but we'll try it. So my Bosk is Gear 12, so we'll get him to taunt. And then rather than going for the contract right away on Django, who has damage immunity, I decided to lower Newt's health a little bit so that he would become the target of our contract next. So unfortunately, Newt went under stealth, So, and then they took out my Mando. We'll get the taunt back up. Counterattacks. Now we can target Newt again. And we've got our contract up. So, I've already got a taunt. We'll stun Django. We'll go all in on Newt, which gives us a bunch of buffs. We'll taunt again, and then we just eliminate Nest with the zap from Mando, or vaporization, whatever you want to call it. 54 banners, a little iffy, but still got the full banners there because of Bosk lead. So, let's take in Bastila here against Mon Mothma. This Hoth Rebel Scout is gear 8, it looks like. 8 or 9. So I thought this should be fine. It should be able to take him out pretty quickly. I knew he'd come back, but then I can just take him out again. And then we just got to work on Biggs. And it's not like Biggs is super tanky to worry about either. So this should do it right here. Yeah. 54. That's a fun team just to get easy banners with. And we'll go with, I want to make sure I can take out these troopers, and I don't know much about Gideon's kit. I just know that once he takes a turn, I'm doing pretty much 50% less damage, so I want to take out and use something that will take him out pretty quickly. I'll use Shock T and my clones. I'm not going to use all my clones with General Skywalker, so I decided to sub in Rex to make us a little bit faster, and then we can just one-shot Gideon right away. I don't know what's ideal for taking out the others, but we'll go for Stark first. We'll heal up Rex. That takes out Stark. Now we've just got to get rid of Veers. 54. That went smoothly. Of course, I outgeared that team by quite a bit as well. We can use CLS here. We'll stun HK because he's the only real threat. We'll switch stances, reduce turn meter, or just kill him. Kill Poggle. And now just they did not get a turn. So that's a good outcome. Check, make sure we don't have feats. Nope, we don't. So then we'll come back in here. We've got Skywalker left. We do have quite a few characters left. Just to see who else we had. But this was always going to be the case because they cannot revive when General Skywalker is present. So 55 banners. I decided to take 2 just in case I got stunned. Didn't want to have to deal with that. Check out the fleets. He's got a what's his name? I can't even think of Mace Windu's name. That's it. Mace Windu fleet. That's going to be the tougher of the two because his 5s is Relic 7. His Rex is well relicked. He's just got pretty good Galactic Republic ships. His Y-Wing's not 7-star, so that's a little bit weaker. Otherwise, I'd be a little more concerned. We'll apply some debuffs. Probably should have initially put the buff immunity onto Y-Wing, but oh well. Just playing it as we go. Pushing buttons at this point. Trying to get through because I know the only thing is whether or not I need to bring in a reinforcement or if that would help me at all. Instead, I decided to opt against reinforcing because I figured I could end this fairly quickly without having a reinforcement, and then that gives me more banner potential because I won't be wasting any potential banners on the if my reinforcement loses health or protection. He's got a R7 Vader, R7 Sith Marauder, and Gear 11 Cad Bane in his starting lineup with this fleet. So we'll bring in my Rebels. I don't want to underestimate it just because I don't know much about it. And those are pretty high relic levels on his pilots. So we'll proceed with caution here. Let's take out the bomber. Perfect. And we want to get rid of those bombs as soon as possible. Didn't quite get rid of Vader there, unfortunately. And we got an unlucky dodge. I could call in a reinforcement, but let's cleanse off the Falcon so that the Falcon can assist, because if we're dazed, it's not going to do us much good. So we were able to get rid of TIE Advanced. Now, I don't know. I'm going to recover health and protection pretty easily, so I thought I could bring in a reinforcement and feel pretty comfortable with it because of Y-Wing's ability to recover some protection for attacks out of turn. So let's see, did we get it? Yeah, full protection, 67 banners for that. Could have gone a little more undersized if needed, but better to be safe. We'll come back when my opponent attacks. Alright, came back a little bit later. Rank 100 even, perfect. Come back to find my opponent has attacked. You see on the bottom it says I totally underestimated your mutant team. Really nice. Took 3 shots against that. One shot the rest. I think a lot of people underestimate that new team, so that's why I placed it on defense. And then 2 attacks against my troopers. He one-shot my Darth Revan, must have been his gas, I'm guessing. And then 3 attempts against C. And then 2 shots against my Empire fleet. And never attempted my negotiator. So we'll get the win this time. Yeah, it says thanks, but no chance against your C. I totally underestimated your new team. Yeah, C I feel like is really good defensively on his own when he doesn't have his ultimate, especially since he is super tanky at that point. And his middle ability heals his protection, so he's really hard to get through. So starting out right with 3 wins, and we'll see how next week goes.